some more live music. This time we're joined by Allison Mcgrath.
I seen you yesterday down the road. Baby, are you gonna know? I seen you yesterday against his throne. Oh, baby, are you gonna know? I said, oh, 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 no. Oh, baby, are you gonna know? I said, oh, 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 no. Oh, baby, are you gonna know? I sent the letter about a week ago. Baby, are you gonna know? Only you can work it out. Baby, are you gonna know? I said, oh, 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 no. Baby, are you gonna know? I said, oh, 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 no. Baby, are you gonna know? Someday we're gonna talk somewhere good, baby, then you're gonna know. You smile and say, let's go out someday, baby, then you're gonna know. I said, oh, 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 no. Baby, are you gonna know? I said, oh, 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 no. Baby, are you gonna know?
So there we go, a great song from Allison Mcgrath, and the lady herself joins us in the studio. Hi Allison, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. So tell me about the song you just performed there. What about the background
The song
to
that we just did was a song called The Letter, and it's actually a song based on infatuation. A lot of my songs are based on real life experiences, so I thought I would try and move into like storytelling, fictitious stories. So it's a song about a girl that fancies a guy and she sees him every day and walking down the street, so she decides to send him like a secret love letter, and it's just basically, will you ever find out, and if you do, oh, I'll be so embarrassed, and that's what the song's about. So
all right, so it is part of your new album, which doesn't come out until August, isn't it?
That's right, it's out on the 4th of August.
So tell us all about the album then.
Yeah, the album is a collection of original material, written, composed and produced by myself with the help of a lot of local artists who have given up their time basically and have performed for free on the recording, which is a massive compliment to me, but it sort of tells me that they believe in what I'm trying to do and want to be a part of it. So it's been recorded over a 4 or 5 year period. Because I work a day job that funds the recording, and then I do a lot of the editing and stuff myself. So it's sort of when you can get time to do it in between your everyday job. So it's been a long struggle, but this is the second album out, and you sort of learn from the mistakes that you maybe make the first time around in the production end of it. So again, it's been another big learning curve, but finally seeing the final end of it now. So.
And there's lots of different influences on the album. There's everything from blues to jazz to even reggae on this, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. It's again, I suppose, where I pull my influences from. I listen to a broad range of music, again, not in one specific genre, and have done from an early age. So I think when I write songs, it's just whatever feeling at the time, you know, that you sort of put into that song that puts a genre, stamps a genre on it. So, as I say, it's a soulful blend of jazz, folk, reggae, and a wee bit of rock as well. So.
Wow, so you've got some summer festivals lined up this year.
We have indeed. We've got the Fiddler's Green Festival, we've got the fabulous Seven Hills Blues Festival in Armagh, and we're doing the Blues on the Bay Festival in
Warrenpoint, yeah,
as well. So, and we're also doing a local gig in Belfast for anyone. We're doing the Northern Bar on a Saturday afternoon. It's Chris Ruddy actually runs that. He used to run the Pound Club many years ago. So we've got a Saturday the 1st of September. We'll be doing the album tour, and we're doing a set in the Northern Bar in Belfast. So.
Wow.
Any Belfast folk out there want to come down, please do.
I'm sure they will. Now you started writing at the age of 16, didn't you? When you first got your first guitar, isn't that correct?
That's right, yes. I only knew about 2 chords, just about managed to make my fingers work. And for some reason I decided I would go out busking in Belfast. I was supposed to be studying in college and doing travel and tourism and business studies, and I ended up out busking, and I only knew about 2-3 chords. So you could get away with playing the same song for about half an hour and people wouldn't realise, and they'd just keep walking by and giving you money. But it was through that I started meeting other musicians and bouncing ideas off with other buskers, and then I moved into a band called Captain Swing, and we used to play the Rotterdam, the Ergelin, and from there on, as I say, I've been playing in different outfits as 2 pieces, 3 pieces and full band. The band I have at the moment is a band called Soul Antics.
Okay.
And we've been together about 7-8 years now, and the reason it's called Antics is because sometimes, depending on who's available, the guitarist, one of the guitarists is left-handed, but sometimes he plays a right-handed bass. So in between songs there can be instruments flying behind my head, and you just don't know who's going to be playing what next. But we have a full brass section, and you know, so we give it a real soul feel to it. So.
Great stuff. I want to take you back to your days busking on the streets, but was it fun? Was it a good time?
Oh yeah, it was wonderful. I loved it. Sure, I could sing at the top of my voice and play an absolute load of nonsense. And
you actually won a big competition, didn't
you? Yes, so I was about 18 at that stage. It was the Belfast Busker of the Year, and there was a slide guitarist actually called Dingus McGee from Newton Hamilton.
Right.
He came out and played with me, and we ended up in the final in a workman's club somewhere in Belfast.
Right, yeah.
And then we were whisked off to downtown radio. I was as green as grass then. I thought I was going to be a superstar, you know, winning this competition, but it all sets the levels of where you start out, you know, and I think it's hard busking.
Yeah.
You know, like I will not deny that there was times I needed money to eat. So, because you know, student loans in those days, or student grants then, weren't great. So you go out and you'd maybe be busking for your tea, and it would be cold, and your fingers would get cold. But it was great if you were able to get into subways or into sort of shopping centre, sort of passageways. You were in out of all the elements.
And this is kind of late 1980s, isn't it? So Belfast was still kind of a dangerous place at that stage as well, wasn't it?
Well, it was sort of. It was moving away from it at that point. You know, being a musician, you were never really, you know, under threat as such. And you were in the city centre again, which was shopping, so you weren't really treading anybody's toes, or you're trying not to.
And was being a singer and a musician something you always dreamed about right from a very early age?
I wouldn't say dreamed about, it's just something that I do, and I've always done. And as I said, I've got a full-time job. I work as an accounts technician. And that's basically, living in the real world. You've got to eat, you've got to pay bills. And that affords me the ability to record, write, and play venues that I want to play in. I would not like to be out doing the cover scene in pubs every weekend, that would not be, you
Yeah.
know, enjoyable for me. But that's because I have the luxury of having a day job. Had I not have a day job, I'd probably be out busking again. So it's just whatever, needs must.
And did you come from a big musical family?
No, not at all.
Yeah?
No, nobody plays music at all in my family.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Great stuff. Tell us about the next song you're going to perform for us.
Okay, this one is from the first album, and it's the title track off the album. It's a song called Overboard, and it's a slow blues song. Hope you like it.
Great stuff, Alison. Thank you for joining us in the studio today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going overboard. Now you took my heart away. I'm going overboard, overboard with you someday. The devil knows, the Lord knows, I've waited and waited for you. The devil knows, the Lord knows, I've trouble, and troubles make me unwell. I'm going overboard. Now you took my heart away. I'm going overboard, overboard with you someday. I'm sailing out, I'm bailing out, anywhere you find me. Worry, 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 worry. I'm sailing out, I'm bailing out, anywhere you find me. Worry, 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 worry.